Welcome back to A Link to the Past Bunny Edition. That's the fourth time I've had to say that because... Welcome back to A Link to the Past Bunny Edition. Today we've got some item collection to do because for some reason they decided to make it so you have to collect a couple of items before you can do the last few dungeons. Of course, we're sequence breaking, so that's probably unintentional. Wait a second. Tiling errors! Ooh, that's funny. So the first time we have to get isn't very far away. I could have gotten this as soon as the Dark Palace, as a matter of fact. I don't really need any items to go and get it, which surprised me. A lot of things surprised me about this next dungeon, actually. That shop has nothing but of interest but a shield. So, like, if you lose your shield to the one enemy that can take it from you, which, oddly enough, is not a like-like, go ahead and buy one. Of course, that is, if you're willing to, if you aren't willing to wait to get another shield before the best shield in the game. The shield isn't really that useful for blocking things. It's just nice to know what you can block and what you can't. Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. Well, too bad. Your circle has been violated. A fish? Oh, okay, another fish. You know, it actually kind of looks like the catfish's maw from Link's Awakening. I don't know if that's intentional or not. But this is the Quake Medallion. It might even give them a taste of what you went through. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not in the original game. What is it talking about? So all of the medallions in this game are screen clearing attacks, which can have some very odd effects on the enemies. I had honestly never thought to try that until the text of this ROM hack suggested it. So that's funny. We need to be in the light world. So there are 3 medallions in this game, and you need 2 of them to complete the game, which is kind of, it's kind of strange because I don't think the game really tells you or hints at where the medallions are, and they're kind of critical for finishing the game, so it's kind of a strange move to make. But oh well. Maybe you're expected to explore and like try different things, I guess. You know, I complain about some of this not being straightforward, but maybe exploration and finding all the items is like kind of the point of some of the early Zelda games, and that's why they were so cryptic. Get out of my way, Tektites. We need to go back to this place for the next medallion. To get this one, you just need the Book of Mudora and the Master Sword, so at least the book has kind of another use. I knew it! I knew it! This line confirms it. When you do not have the Moon Pearl, you are stripped. Jeez. That actually does not make any sense whatsoever. No Moon Pearl, no clothes, no service. So here we are. There's a message written in Hylian, so you need the book. And there you go. There's our second screen clearing attack. Medallion thing. Thank goodness you've got a fur coat. I certainly am thankful. Now that we've got that, there's only a couple of things left to get. I don't know if I'll get the 3rd medallion. It's not very useful because you already have like 2 other screen clearers already, so. Although it is pretty close to where we're going next, so maybe. And we can't get this next item without the Titan's Mitt, so there we go. And you have to actually dash into the grave, which I guess somebody would try eventually, I don't know. It's the magic cape! Even though I'd love to see a sprite of a bunny wearing a cape, this cape actually turns you invisible. And ouch, that hurt. Watch where you're going there, Mr. Ghost. So the cape actually makes you invincible while you're wearing it, so that's important. And why am I standing around? I need to, ow, teleport. We need to teleport here because the next dungeon cannot be gotten to without the flute. And you need the Titan's bit to lift the boulder, and there's your portal. That's kind of interesting. Welcome to the Swamp of Misery Mire. You can only get in here by using the Dark World portal there because there's no way in or out of the swamp otherwise. Unless you count the magic mirror, but like... So in here we have... No, you can't dash it down. That's odd. So this guy gives you a hint about the how to unlock the next dungeon. But it's not very useful because he doesn't say where the Ether Medallion is, I guess. But at least he's kind enough to restore my health. That's kind of why I went in there. Because, you know... It's nice to get a hint and have your health restored as consolation. Even though there's a fairy fountain next to the dungeon entrance anyways. Like, jeez. I'll show it to you right now. Here it is. That's really weird. Now, I mentioned there was a third medallion around here somewhere. The funny thing is, medallions are obviously collected in Ocarina of Time. Do you use it here? Oh no, not there. Or is he here? Oh, well, I wish I could get... Oh, give me a Oh, okay, go in from the bottom. Oh, geez, a puzzle. Is it just figure out which one is pushable? Okay, then. I didn't know that heart piece was there. That's pretty nice. Are we gonna be able to get back into the portal, though? Nope. We have to, we have to flute back to the portal. Oh well, it's no big deal. So what was I saying before? Yes. Yes, in Ocarina of Time, you obviously collect medallions. But in one of the pre-release screenshots for the game, there is a shot of Link with a medallion equipped on the C button, which you normally can't do in the final game. Which means that, to me at least, it means that at one point they wanted to... Ah, there it is. A little bit south. So, to me, they wanted... That means they wanted to have screen-clearing attacks via the medallions in Ocarina of Time. Except... Is there no way up there? Huh. Okay, then, we'll just, I'll just clear out the dungeon and worry about that later. So, what's going on? Okay. That's a little strange. Let's get out of here before these guys start messing with me, though. They're messing with me. There we are. Over here, there's going to be another piece of heart. So, anyways, what I was saying was... It looks like they wanted to have screen-clearing medallion attacks in Ocarina of Time, but somebody said, oh, we already have Din's Fire, so there's really no reason for us to do that. But I think it would have been cool for the... How did that happen? I think it would have been cool for Ocarina of Time to do something with the medallions other than you just collect them. because it would have felt like the sages were actually helping you. Like, what do they do in Ocarina of Time, right? They just make a stupid bridge. And even then, you technically only need 2 of them, because the game only checks for 2 of the medallions for the light arrow cutscene. I know this because I watch Zelda speedruns a lot. So, using the Ether Medallion, we enter the next dungeon, but it looks like there's a gap that is too wide for us to jump. You can't even jump in this game. So it looks like we're gonna have to come back. But I'm silly. Did that not take off a heart? As I was saying, yep, you can actually use the bounce back from the Pegasus boots to cross that gap. You don't even need the hook shot. So you can actually get into this dungeon way earlier than you're supposed to. But the question is, would you want to? Because this... Ow. This dungeon introduces us to Wizrobes. They're not nearly as annoying as they... Ow. Beamos. Beamos do a lot of damage. Not as much as the Wizrobes. They do like 4 hearts. Which means I could actually be killed. Oop, heart grab it. So yeah, I'm in this dungeon way, way earlier than the game designers expect me to be, which could spell my doom if I'm not careful. But I will try my best not to die, which is going to be hard because those fire snakes really don't like the terrain down there. Also, that room has one of those little statue lasers behind the torch, which is annoying. But I think it's been done before in an earlier dungeon, so there's key number 1. There's a lot of keys. You actually don't need all of the keys, too. Also, check out the boss door right over there. Notice how it looks like a regular key door from this side. Interesting. It's almost as if you could open it up with a regular key if you came in from that side. Where am I off to next? I have like a map sitting next to me because this could be a confusing dungeon if you don't know where you're going. Not exactly sure why they're bringing back Eastern Palace enemies. There's a key. And to get this next key, we need either the magic cape or one other item later. Now you see the magic cape in action. We can get this chest. And next I should go up. This isn't exactly Water Temple confusing, but it is pretty confusing. That's why I have a map. Oh goody, more Wizrobes. Blue Potion is definitely recommended. You need a little bit of magic to do some of the things here. There's another key there. And that crystal switch needs to be in the blue position for a majority of the dungeon. If you use the magic mirror to warp back to the beginning of a dungeon, the crystal... Yes, no. Oh, you can't open the door. Good. The crystal switch resets if you use the mirror to teleport. So keep that in mind if you decide to use the mirror to teleport, because I certainly didn't, and it got me really confused. So let's... I need to go down. And then this direction, those bombable walls aren't actually bombable. Oh yeah, here's the thing you can do. This enemy drops a key. And that bouncy skull bubble thing is actually called an anti-fairy, so if you sprinkle it with magic powder, it turns into a regular fairy, and you can pick it up. I'll ignore the tile trap thing. That room has floor tiles, but they're absolutely meaningless. And if you light all the torches, you can go up to get the compass, but nobody cares. And I hope I have enough magic power for this. I might not. Because you need to light these 4 torches. just push all the blocks out of the way before I actually light things up. Alrighty. One. Oh, one. Uh-oh. Two. I hope I'm in time. I am. Okay. So, what do you think is longer? This scene of the passage in the next room opening up, or King Zora scooting over? Oh, I mean, this scene is so long that the torches actually go out. Someone should actually time that, just to see. So, in this room, you have just the simple little hole. I don't know why those spikes are there. And this, in the non-ROM hack, that tile on the wall there would have told us to light the torches. So at first I didn't know whether this was a good design choice or not. You're supposed to fall through the hole there. And you know, you might not think that because there's no floor visible underneath the hole, so you might not know to fall through it and get the boss key. But then I thought, that's the only hole in the room. It's begging to be fallen into anyways, because that's the only thing the passage opened up. So yeah, it might not be that bad. Oh yeah, and considering this dungeon's reliance on magic power, the anti-fairies stealing your magic is pretty uncool. I should be dashing, just to make it go faster. Another key. And now we need to go and get the dungeon item. So we have the boss key now. Ow. Because you can probably see just how annoying the fire traps are. All things considered. Uh-oh. Those things are still annoying to run across. We need to move fast here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oops. Gonna have to try that again. So it looks like the tile traps, the tiles that fall over, they respawn if you go more than 2 rooms away. Which, oh, just barely made it. I get the feeling we were supposed to use the hook shot there again, but nope, you don't actually need it. We have the Cane of... well, I can't actually demonstrate the Cane of Samaria because I'm out of magic power again. There's the map. I might as well grab it. Let's hope we get some green jars. I'd like some green jars. Oh, taking a pot shot as I leave the room, huh? Mr. Beamos? Green jars, please. Nothing. It's kind of silly. Well, now we can get through that door. Oh, there's a green jar here, so that's good. So the Cane of Samaria creates blocks. And you can do a lot of things with blocks. You can push them onto switches, you can throw them, it's pretty versatile. You can even use it as a weapon. But that's not recommended because it's like more used for putting blocks onto switches. And using it as a weapon is pretty, like, not versatile at all. So we just need to move through these next couple of rooms. It's pretty straightforward from here on out. Maybe they were wanting you to try out using the Cane of Samaria's little beam feature on this crystal switch, but it's much easier to use the magic boomerang. We need to bomb through here to get another room with a crystal switch, because you can see that the blocks are blocking us. That's what blocks do, they block. There's just rupees there, nobody really wants those. There's a room you can get through, because see, we're at the end of the dungeon, and I have not used up all of my keys yet, because there's a room in this dungeon. Well, there's one key door that's completely inconsequential. And then there's another room that you need a key to get into. It just has rupees in it. So it's like... Now, what was the point of that? Probably just to waste your keys. Which... I guess is, I want to get the anti-fairy. And there, I got it. Now, this next boss, for a lot of it, you can use arrows or your sword. You're probably going to want arrows, because this guy does a lot of damage if he hits you. I had to look up his name, because he's the only one I don't remember. He's called Vitreous or something. Oh, and he has eye lasers. And see? 4 damage from, an eye hit. Now, he is actually kind of a disappointing boss if you come here with all of the armor and upgrades you could have gotten up to this point, but I'm sequence breaking, so this is way harder. And besides that, he's just a bunch of eyeballs. But you can kind of see that I have a pattern nailed down here. Not interesting, but... Oh, wow! I think that missed. I'm not sure if it missed, because the effect is pretty, Yeah, he's not good at aiming. The lasers are pretty random. Oh yeah, he got me that time. I have to heal. Arrows work on this guy, in case you, were wondering why I have those. But I want to save the arrows. The sword beam doesn't work. Ow. That was a pretty unfair hit. It's like right on the edge of the hitbox. This is pretty intense, actually. I've had to use 2 potions. And I think his eye lasers get faster and faster. But once all of his eyes are gone, then the giant eyeball just starts coming at you. But this is completely pathetic, because you can just shoot it with arrows over and over again, and eventually he dies. Does this hurt me? No, it doesn't hurt me. You have to go into the goop to get the heart container. So yeah, that's actually a pretty intense boss if you come in here, like, way before you're supposed to. People actually do this dungeon before level 5 because they can skip one puzzle in level 5 if they have the Can of Samaria. No one could have guessed what he would do. We can't exactly go and get Zelda just yet, because there are, like, 4 other crystals, I think. Jeez, what an intense dungeon. I was actually really afraid I would die there. So let's get out of here. There's nothing you can really do with Misery Mire after all of that. Now I'm curious about that medallion. How are you supposed to get it? Do you, Yeah, it does look like you have to be in the Dark World. Unless this cave takes you there. No, that's just a fairy. I don't think I've shut off this guy yet. Especially bunnies? Well, excuse me. I'll take your sign. He starts following me around. Lousy theming rabbits. And then he just follows you around until you leave the screen. I'm not sure why. So, where are we off to next? I think to get to level... No, I've got to do level 3 next, because there's an item you need there. Level 3, and then... Normally I would do level 7 next, because I can, but... No, I think you gotta do... Either level 5 or level 7 could be last in your dungeon order. I don't know why I'm musing about this. It's the end of the episode. Next time, it looks like we're gonna go and get another item we need. So until next time.